Hi, I want to tell you about this experience I had swimming in the ocean that happened about 25 years ago, living in Florida. I love swimming. It's a natural high, all on its own, works the upper and lower body. It's an excellent form of aerobic exercise. When I was a little kid, I couldn't swim. Once I almost drowned, so I had a fear of the water. Fortunately, my parents put a pool in my backyard later on when I was about 12 years old. So it became easy and natural for me to overcome my fear of the water and to learn to swim. Overcoming fear is such a wonderful, freeing experience. And I really got into it. Soon I became a fish in the water, and one of my favorite things to do is to lie out in the sun and to swim afterwards. Most of the swimming that I did was in a pool. And while I overcame my fear of the water, I couldn't say the same thing was true about my fear of sharks. Watching the movie Jaws didn't help matters much. Later on, I lived for many years in Central Florida. And whether I'd like to admit it or not, the truth was that there's an abundance of sharks in the ocean off the coast of Florida. When people say, "Oh, what's so rare? There's a greater chance of being struck dead by lightning than killed by a shark." Somehow, that statement never made me feel any better. I'd be the freak statistic. In the line of work I did, I helped many people to overcome their fears. So I thought it was important for me to practice what I preach and to overcome my fear. So I decided to be brave and face the sharks. One year, living in Melbourne, Florida, part of my triathlon training involved swimming in the ocean for 40 to 60 minutes. Swimming in the ocean is so much more intense than swimming in a pool. My thought process was those people farther out would be eaten by a shark first, so I'd be protected. My technique was to swim in between two groups of people, those in the shallow end and the surfers that were much farther out. So one day I'm going on my ocean swim. I'm about 40 minutes into it, and the natural high's kicking in. And while in my altered state, I'm feeling pretty confident out there, off in my own little world. And then something weird happened. I'm looking toward the shore, and I see these little dots above the water, far away. It turns out those dots were the surfers. Somehow I got way out into the ocean. I must have hit some kind of rip current and wasn't even aware of it. I felt pretty vulnerable out there. Unfortunately, I didn't see any fins sticking out of the water. It took me a good 15 minutes to swim back to where the surfers were. I'm not sure if my technique of swimming in between two groups of people is that effective or not. Probably one of the most effective ways to avoid a shark attack is to not go in the water or to go in a pool. I haven't seen any sharks there. Be safe out there while swimming.